Candy.
Brain Candy, episode 916.
Oh. How you doing, Suze?
Okay, how are you?
Okay, I am doing well. I thought I wanted to brag about something that I did that I think you'd maybe be impressed with.
Okay.
I did a little DIY. Well, you'll be impressed with it, and then you'll be like, oh, Sarah.
Oh, no.
So here we go.
Okay.
It's summer. Summer's, right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, to go on camping trips, and I don't like to wear a lot of makeup when I do. Mm-hmm. So one of the little beauty hacks that I have, like pre-summer, like little vacation thing that makes it so I feel like I never have to wear makeup the whole trip, is getting my eyelashes permed and tinted.
Okay.
Well,
oh no. Oh my God, I already see where this is going.
So I was like, I could do this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sarah.
So I permed these bad boys.
Jesus Christ. What did you put on them? What is the chemical?
Well, I mean, it's like perm solution. I mean, I bought the like professional kind.
Oh my God.
I made sure to get like made in the USA. I just felt like it was getting
that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, because I don't want any like crazy chemicals, like
Yeah.
And that you don't know what it is or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh my Lord.
So, as far as eyelashes and technique and results go,
yeah,
10 out of 10.
Okay.
I did a great job.
Look good.
Impressed myself.
Okay.
Totally
what
worked.
is the problem?
Few casualties.
You lost some lashes?
No, not the lashes. I should have done a better job in prep. I thought, how messy could just dye for my eyelashes be? It's going to be a little thing.
Yeah, it's so small.
Well, now, if you have any creative solutions to get dye off of a white counter, I would love to know.
Oh,
This feels like when I was in high school and my mom was like, Sarah, do not dye your hair black in the bathroom. And I'm like, Mom, it's fine. What is going to happen? And sure enough, I would get black dye on the counter.
I mean, there is a reason why, like, at the salon, all their sinks are black.
Right. So
my God.
Now I have to. So now I will either be. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure. I'm going to try.
How big of a spot is it?
There are two little ones, and they're probably less. They're probably the size of an eraser tip.
Right, but they're black on a white sink.
But they're black on white sink.
You're going to end up like making some sort of mural.
Right, it's going to be marbled. Now it's going to be a marbled sink top. So,
at what point in the process did you realize this had happened?
5 seconds in.
And you knew like, uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
And what have you tried to get rid of it? Bleach?
Nope, haven't tried that yet. I have not really made any efforts. I happen to have some hydrogen peroxide, and I tried that because I thought maybe hydrogen peroxide soaking on it would be. But I got it up the.
Did it fade?
It did a little bit. So I'm hoping that maybe something stronger. So.
Okay, and would you say this was worth it?
Well, I said casualties.
What else?
Okay, so then,
oh God,
the glue is like they give you like these, small. The bottles are small that they give you. It's like maybe like a 5-time use thing, but the glue is like really tacky. So I got some of the glue on. I don't know where it was. It was like on my finger, my eye, somewhere, and I thought, what will get this off? I know, maybe olive oil. That feels like the right consistency to like remove something tacky. Like it works. Or I was trying to remove like my mascara, something like that. I needed to remove something, and olive oil seemed like the right move and worked. I happen to have this really adorable olive oil dispenser. I bought, like, it's all cute. It comes with its own label, blah, blah, blah. I leave it on the counter and I elbow it.
You didn't.
And I
smashed.
Olive oil. Yeah.
And the oil went everywhere.
Yeah, sure did.
Oh, my word. How much is a permed lash?
Yeah, right now I'm doing the math, and it's not looking good, sis.
Yeah. Damn.
And I'm going in thinking 8 to 10 minutes for each step, 4 steps.
God.
I'll be in and out in how long? 45 minutes, an hour? These bitches take too long when they do it. 3 hours later.
This is the dumbest
and I didn't even know
that ever
the
happened.
time had even passed.
Yes.
I started at 10 o'clock and then I walked down to the room and it was like 1 a.m.
Here's
I was like, what the fuck?
1 a.m. Oh my God. What I want to know is this a neurodiverge situation? Because
or a Sarah try to be frugal situation?
yeah, but I don't know that they're entirely separate. Because Adam thinks everything's a scam. Everything. That's how they get you.
So
Everything
Jordan.
is that's how they get you. Like the car will be like, okay, you need windshield wiper fluid. And he's like, and we'll go get a $5 bottle of windshield wiper fluid at the gas station. And then he will rant the whole way home. We could have just got fairy liquid. That's what they call it in England. We could have just gone in our kitchen and got the fairy liquid, the Dawn, poured it in with some water. I'm like, there's antifreeze you got to put in there too. You could have put some alcohol in there with it. Like, there is a reason they make a pre-made solution. It's because it is not worth it to do. So what is it?
I don't know,
it's more than frugality. It is more than that.
$1 for every time because I think our brains see the steps that go into each thing, and we're like,
you think you're being conned all the time.
I mean,
like, I can't believe people are paying for this.
Everywhere I go, even with like clothes.
That's what he does at Pottery Barn. He's like, I could make that.
I did it the other day in an art gallery. I was like, so I can obviously make this.
That is, you guys are the same.
I'm dying. I don't mean to be like that, but it is so true. It's crazy though, because it's not a frugality thing, or like, because I also have a luxury membership at the car wash, and I could easily wash my car myself, and that would save me a bunch of money, but I pay for the highest package at the car wash.
Tell me what the difference is then.
Because then I will spray all of the chemicals off, because that's the only one that comes with the underbody spray, and then it'll spray all the chemicals off my car, and then it'll keep my car from rusting, and I'll have my car longer. Like,
the things you guys think about. I don't even know if that's even true. Any of what you just said.
I don't either.
I don't either. Oh my God. Wow. It's cute. It is really cute, but I'm just like, I do not think like this.
No, it's not cute. It is exhausting.
Especially when like it's $5 windshield wiper fluid.
Right. Because it's the principle. Like it's I'm so that way. And I'm like, this is a scam.
It's a scam. Yeah, like that's how they get you.
You should hear me rant about the parking structure. I'm like, don't pay for this shit.
Right.
Get you.
Like you think
now it's all automated and they will get
it
you.
out.
Bullshit.
Like this.
Right. I have not.
I'm on to you.
I haven't anyway.
How much was this kit though? $5 in the
No, it was like $35.
And how much is it like at the place?
I'll get like 2 or 3 uses out of it too.
How much would you pay for each perm?
$100 plus
that's
tip. I'm leaving out with like $125, $130
for
out
real?
the door. Yeah.
How much is it? How long does it last? 3 months or something? Until they grow out.
Like 6 weeks.
Whoa, that is not. Oh God,
I know,
Sarah. I did a really good job.
Now I know. Oh,
does it make a difference?
Oh,
okay. Hey, listen, I trust you about that.
It was. Do not do this at home.
No. I think we've all gotten that message.
Yeah. I could, if I listened to myself do this, I'd be like, I could do that.
For real though, what if I
The
said
only
that about
takeaway is
bleaching my
lay
hair?
down newspaper.
You'd be like, Susie, you out of your mind. You could lose all your hair. What if you lost all your lashes? Oh my God.
I did all the right things. I did a spot test. I did a test of the things. And then I here's the one mistake I made though, besides all of it.
Right. Yes.
My first I was nervous about leaving it on for the full amount of time, which said 8 to 10 minutes. So I did like 6. And so this one isn't it's like a little bit different. But the one that I did the full, because I was like, damn, that fucking worked. Send it. Then I did the full time. Perfect.
Wow. All right. Well, lesson learned on that, and also doing it entirely.
Right. Or I need to cover my counter. It's all about the prep, as they say.
Fuck. I'm sorry that happened.
They say that, but I'm happy.
They don't say that right.
It's like, congratulations on the beautiful eyelashes and the stained countertop. So that would suck. Thank God I own my home.
Right.
But also, I own my home.
I feel like you're going to get it out of the counter, though.
Because somebody's done this before. And then I was worried about a stain on a counter that I had made in an ex's place, and they were confident about remover, like that you could buy something at Home Depot that
even
could
like
get
nail
it out.
polish
like,
remover.
What's the problem? Yeah, acetone. I got that shit.
And ask any stylist, because I guarantee you they've done stuff at home. I'll tell you what's not a waste, and that is Beam Kids. It is the opposite of a waste. It's amazing. Beam Kids is it's a green drink, essentially, but you pour it into water or milk. It's a powder. You pour it in, and it has over 40 essential nutrients, greens, fruits, vitamins, pre- and probiotics, like everything kids need for healthy growth, strong immune system, lots of energy throughout the day. But it tastes like chocolate, like proper chocolate milk. It's pediatrician formulated, third-party tested, co-created by our buddy who doesn't know she's our buddy yet, Olympic gold medalist and mom, Shawn Johnson. And kids are going to be like, yeah, give me more of that. They're psyched to drink it, but they don't care that they're getting good stuff in it. You just froth it up, give it to them, glug, glug, glug. And they have a new flavor, chocolate chip cookie, please. Tastes like dessert, but it's a multivitamin. What the heck? Now's the perfect time to try it, because Beam is offering an exclusive deal for our listeners. For a limited time, you can get up to 35% off plus 2 free gifts when you go to shopbeam.com/braincandy. Use code braincandy at checkout. That's shopbeam, BEAM.com/braincandy, and use code braincandy for up to 35% off and 2 free gifts.
Yeah.
And they would know.
Right.
You're all right. The other, I mean, it's silly. This is such a waste of your life.
It's such a waste of my life.
Time is money.
But here we are. Anyways.
Good
okay,
one.
what do we want to talk about today? Okay. This is, tell me what you think about this. In San Francisco's Union Square, this mysterious storefront popped up that was giving this, I don't know, we call it a glimpse into the future, or maybe like a little page out of that show Black Mirror. The message on the window said, actually, I don't even know what the message on the window said. It just said there was a cryptic message in the window and white devices called orbs that they used to scan eyeballs. And this is a tool that's created by Sam Altman, the guy who created ChatGPT. And he calls it a tool for humanity, but I don't know about that.
I hate him.
So it's essentially this orb that scans your eyeball and does the same thing that cryptocurrency does, where it makes, or what NFTs are supposed to be, that like non-fungible token, that it just verifies that you're human. This is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it's a biometric, and then it scans it. And what the storefront was offering, and what they're offering people now, is this offer, like scan your eyeball and you will receive a world ID that's this biometric login tool. And then when you do that, you get free crypto as a reward, which equals about $45. That's the incentive. You get 39 world coin tokens, which like sound like a joke of a name for a
right. And this is the joke of it all, is that he is arguing that this technology is going to keep people safe, that this is a way of sort of getting past the anonymized nature of digital life, that you don't know who's saying what, or is it a real person or is it not? Is it AI? Is it a robot? And it's like, Sam, you made the robots.
Right.
You you created the problem, and now you want to sell me the cure?
Yes.
And that is basically the whole situation that we are moving into, is that these tech overlords created all this fucking mess knowingly. And now you go in there and you get addicted to their technology, whether it's Instagram or ChatGPT or any of it. And then they are going to solve the problem they created for a small fee every month for the rest of your life.
Oh, could you imagine? That is the scariest part. They did a Black Mirror episode on that, where you can like basically keep yourself alive by, downloading your memory, and every night you have to, sleep a certain amount of hours, but they kept on having updates and upgrades. And if you wanted to be able to travel outside of a certain range, or if you wanted to have access to certain memories, or if you wanted to not say an ad in the middle of whatever you were doing, like become advertising, you had to pay an extra fee. It's like, what? This feels like a slippery slope. And there are a lot of critics like Edward Snowden, and a lot of those privacy watchdog guys, who say this is bad news.
It's all bad news, but guess what? It's happening.
It's inevitable, right? And okay, here's the scary part. This biometric data is not like anything else where if somebody steals it, you can get a new one. I can't get a new eyeball. If somebody somehow comes up with a way to duplicate any biometric data or markers or whatever, and hacks happen, what do? I can't get a new fingerprint. I can't get a new eyeball. So now they have it, and what? I'm fucked.
Well, furthermore, it doesn't actually solve all the problems that it claims to, because it claims that not just at that store or wherever, just in general, you will be able to detect if whoever you're dealing with is a person or not. But guess what? Real people are using AI all the time. They're writing half of the emails you're receiving. Right. And so it doesn't actually accomplish what you're what they're promising.
See that it doesn't allow for, like, it doesn't identify that the information itself is AI generated. It just says, at this very moment, for this second, the person who is delivering the information is not. Right. But it doesn't say anything about the actual information that's being
and
discussed or whatever.
Basically, all of this is what's happening unless somebody intervenes, and nobody seems to be doing that.
No, I'm not into it. Okay. This is another story I'm not really into, but I have to share it. This is so freaking weird. So these Japanese researchers noticed that cicadas
Not
will...
these guys again.
I know, but it's not even a cicada year, and I'm still going to talk about them. Or maybe it is, but I don't know where. But anyways, so these researchers noticed that if you stimulate the cicadas with certain different like volts of electricity, basically, they will buzz at different like tones.
Mm-hmm.
So they used electrodes and inserted them into their abdominal timbals. I think that's what it's called, like timbals. It's the area on their abdomen that they play the sound from.
Yeah.
They used electricity and they made them play classical music.
What do you mean?
I mean, they buzzed the cicadas with electricity at intervals and at different frequencies or voltage or whatever.
That's gross. And so they would buzz in the notes of
Pachelbel's Canon.
I love that.
Specifically.
I do love that one.
Yes.
Pachelbel. Canon and D.
Oh, Pachelbel? See, that's one that I've only read. No, never, wouldn't have heard it. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song, but not when cicadas or whatever. Fucking.
Yeah. I want to know what the real world application for this is. I'm all for funny science experiments.
Yeah, they did not say. They just were like shits and giggles.
Nope, they did not. They had no explanation for it. Nope.
Well, okay, let's think about it.
This is their the long shot stretch. I can't even believe that this is what they're suggesting. They said it could lead to emergency audio tools powered by insects.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You're going to get the cicada symphony to play like an ambulance.
You've heard this at weddings, when they walk down the aisle.
Oh, yeah. What hum some for me. What is it?
Well, I can't do it justice, but you would know it if you heard it. It's like often the procession of like the wedding party. No. No, you should play it. Play it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You'll know it when you hear it.
Oh yeah.
What if those are the cicadas playing it right now?
Wow, that is. They love to walk down the aisle to that dog. The procession.
I think
Why
it's
is that?
It's slow, and
it gets people to walk slowly in that.
Otherwise,
beat.
they are booking it down that aisle.
Man, somebody should write a new song.
Yes, right. Compose it.
I just feel like Kim Kardashian. Does no one work anymore? Like nobody works anymore. Nobody's composing songs anymore.
Well, Tyler and Timmy did.
Doesn't anybody compose anything anymore?
They did. I Love You Always Forever. Donna Lewis one hit
that was
wonder.
adorable.
Yep.
When my mom got married, she wanted to walk down the aisle to "Papa's Got a Brand New Bag."
I mean, that's great. I did Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, but it was Katie Lang's version.
Oh,
and it's a banger.
I
mean, it's not a banger. It's a slow, beautiful song. But, I mean, you need something like that sets whatever pace you imagine.
The tune.
And usually people are like, slow it down, bridesmaids.
Right. And that one is very cliche. But now I hate it because
I wish we could
play it out of cicadas' butts.
The audio
oh,
of that?
Yeah. I could definitely get that.
I bet not.
Hang on.
Because otherwise, why wouldn't they lead with that? Like, listen, get a load of this.
They're really like...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What if when I get married I walk down the aisle? What if I have people walk down the aisle?
Do it. I mean, this is great, actually. I really like it.
Okay, but like look at the images. Can you wait?
Oh.
Can you see?
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It is gross. Thank you. It's freaking gross.
Wow.
It's not okay. Look at that.
It seems torturous, and if we're measuring it
unnecessary,
if we're measuring it by cost benefit, I don't see it.
I don't see it. I think there are a lot of other things. You can't get a chicken to go cock-a-fucking-doodle-doo before you could get these cicadas to like that. Okay, think about what that means. You got to hook all the cicadas' butts up, and then you just got to keep them on standby for when there's an emergency. And then it's like, fire up the cicadas. No, thank you.
Again, it brings me back to my point that I said a few episodes ago. How about this, scholars? Once you sort out a cure for cancer, then you can do cicada buttholes.
Cicada
like,
buttholes.
what are you doing?
Oh, gosh. That's funny.
I mean, it's true, though. Like, we have more important things to work on.
We have way more important things to work on, and this ain't it. This is there. I can see with a lot of other things, like how, oh, that really works. Oh, speaking of cool science experiments and things like that. So I do a lot of gardening at my friend's house, and she is super into plants. She has the most beautiful garden ever, and all these amazing plants that she gets. She bought bioengineered plants that glow in the dark.
That's like your dream.
She gave me some.
Oh my God, bioluminescence?
I currently have, yes, and they glow. You might be thinking, Sarah, how much can they glow? Susie, like a neon sign. Like I couldn't even believe it. Yes, I do. I will send it to you right now. This is one that she took at her house from the plants that I have.
Okay, I can't wait.
That. Look, wait till you see this. I'm gonna send it to you so you get the full experience, and it comes up on your phone.
Okay. Let me see. Oh my God!
Then, yeah,
I mean, that is amazing. So cute too.
Yeah, they're little.
Damn.
What the hell are those?
I don't know what those are.
Petunias.
Oh, petunias. Yeah. It's hard to tell with only the green.
So I am pro biohacking.
Yeah.
And when it comes to making amazing plants. And remember when we were talking about on the podcast, I was talking about how they were doing this with wood to make the benches safer and things like that.
Right. I love this. This is so good.
I freaking manifested it for myself because I own it.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too. I can't wait. So I'm taking very good care of it. I got to name it. Something. What should I name a glow-in-the-dark plant?
Wait, you have to name the one that is in your house?
The plant.
Stop looking at me like I'm weird.
Why would I would be like, this is a plant with a lot of personality. It feels like it should have a name.
Like Phalaenopsis, like the Latin, you know how every plant has a name. Like you're
fern.
Saying like Betty or Donald or something, like a name, a human being name.
Yes.
And then when I didn't realize that, you looked at me like I'm insane.
I did. You're right. That was crazy.
Oh, right.
Yes. I don't name a lot of them, but I do name ones that seem like they have personality. Like once I had one in the real world house that I was in. We had one that I took, I mean, obviously I took care of. And then because they put it in there and then nobody took care of it. So I was like, what the hell are you doing? So I think that might be where all of my plant stuff started. But I named her Jolene, and then I would sing to her, Jolene, your leaves so green.
That's way better than the original.
The
original's great.
So
okay.
Right.
Let's
knocking the original.
Crowdsource a name.
Right. What would be a good name for a bioluminescent plant that's white?
Oh, it's white.
Regularly.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, also, what is a bummer, though,
green.
is petunias are annuals.
I know.
So that gal's going to kick the bucket soon.
Yeah.
Well, not soon, but in a few months. And we need to do it to a perennial. Can she do that with like a marigold or something?
I'm going to sure as heck look into it.
Because you don't want to lose, like, you're going to name her and then she's going to.
Well, then RIP. You know what? Circle of life.
That's such a healthy
something like that.
way to look at it.
What else do I want to talk to you about? I did that. I think, okay. This has been on my list for a while, but I haven't talked about it.
And believe me, I got plenty of stuff if you're running out of material.
Oh, no, I never.
Lord.
It's always just like, then things move to like this is a little thing I never worked in, but we'll talk about it. There is an OnlyFans star who put up a billboard in LA, and someone keeps defacing it.
Okay. So her is it a lady?
Yeah.
I don't want to assume.
That's
okay,
fair.
So it's a lady OnlyFans, like big boob type stereotype.
Yeah.
And it's saying, hey, like follow me, pay for her.
It just says OnlyFans, and then I think her obviously like
and
her
what
name
is
on
the
it.
graffiti person?
And her name's Chloe Amore.
Of course.
And there's no nudity. It's what would you guess?
A dick in her mouth.
No. I wasn't even gonna finish with that. I don't even know what it had been defaced with. I think they just like scribbled it out. I don't know. I was gonna ask, what do you think a billboard costs a month? But instead, I got the treat of dick in her mouth, which sounded like the funniest tick I've ever heard.
Okay.
Tourette's.
Well, I guess I would say $100,000.
Oh, per month. Whoa, lady.
I guess it depends on
way
location.
less.
I don't know. Because an ad in a newspaper, a page was $10,000.
It's in LA. Yeah. Estimated $8,500 to $11,000 a month.
Billboard. Well, that is worth it for her.
I'd say. I think she's a genius. And do you remember? This is why I'm upset at the protesters or whoever. It's the likely culprits, they say, are religious protesters, which is why Dick in Her Mouth was so funny, because the article that I read said it's probably religious protesters, and Susie's like, Dick in Her Mouth. Like, to think of them just like, oh, I hate this. I know what'll get them. I'll draw a dick.
What is the graffiti? It says like
I read an article that I didn't even.
That is so dumb. Like, oh, you've solved the problem, zealots. Like, now we don't want to bang anymore. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
And it just makes, what the hell does it say? Let me see.
Do you ever just like look around at people? Like, let's say you're in a stadium of people and think like, everyone here is because somebody banged.
Oh my God. No, I don't think that. But look at her. It's not even
it's tasteful.
Nude. It's like, I've seen more skin on ads for hamburgers.
For real. Do you remember when like, what is it, Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
was doing like those real suggestive.
And then they brought it back this year at the Super Bowl this year. It was the whole thing of the hot girls back. Trump's in office, and now we can dance on cars.
I mean, that is the good. I mean, I do say I'm happy about it. Those ads are like hot stuff, though.
I think it's real. Think about how much she's got to be pulling in a month. If that's what she's,
no doubt
if that's her advertising,
it makes no sense to me, though, because there is all kinds of free porn.
I know that it really shows that it's not the porn; it's just the access.
There is a class action. Sorry, I have to groom. There is a class action lawsuit happening right now because you know how people that we know even outsource the chat element on OnlyFans.
Oh, yes.
And there is a class action lawsuit happening because people know it and they are furious and feel like they shouldn't. That's false advertising. They didn't get what they paid for. That if you hire an assistant to handle all your like, that sexy chatting with these fucking losers, then they are mad. Really? Did you think that the lady that has 1 million subscribers on OnlyFans was chatting with you all day for $10 a month.
Oh my God.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Yeah, I think they all are a little.
That is called the dumb tax.
Yeah, yes. You know what's funny? I say I have an ADHD tax.
What's it on?
That for having, when I'm always like running a little bit late to go meet up with girlfriends at dinner.
Garage. Yeah.
So I got to park at the parking garage that's closer. So I got to pay fucking $20 to do that. So I got to pay the tax for that. I probably forgot to cancel my gym membership right before it was going to renew again, which absolutely happened when I needed to cancel it.
Because I get there an hour early and I have to pay an hour of parking. It evens out.
See? My mom says, here's what my mom says. And she has full of
she's
wise little quips. She says, when we are younger, we pay to be in school. And when we are older, we pay to be in school. The institution or where the school just looks different. The classroom looks different. And we are always paying to learn some lessons
and I never do.
To be taught.
I swear to God. That's when I know we have no free will, because
it's like, this is just how I am, how I have to operate. It feels like that.
I'm a repeat
Susie.
offender in
Fucking
pretty much every one of my vices and sins.
And it's just a balancing act of like, we're just trying to do this over here to keep this okay over there, to make this all, like.
Yes.
I mean, I went to a freaking sleep clinic thing that essentially just told me,
just go to bed.
You need better discipline.
Stop doing that.
Just go to bed. She was like, this is my favorite. I'm going to put in your follow-up forms a worksheet on some thoughts that you could be having instead of, like, I don't have those fucking worksheets. Girl, I hand out those worksheets like they're candy. Here you go. Boop, 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 boop. To everybody. You think I don't have those worksheets? I'm drowning in those worksheets.
More, okay?
Like, don't worry. I'll print out an extra one. It's not having the worksheet that's the problem.
All right. So as a therapist then, do you have insight about like sort of that tipping point that we all have had in certain moments or respects where something does change us? Sometimes it's like a near-death experience or whatever.
Yes.
But like, it doesn't always have to be that extreme, but
right, it does
like
not.
Those
I've
breakthroughs.
watched it.
Like, what is the thing?
The thing is having help in switching the focus from what will be lost in the moment or what you're giving up or what you don't like about the current situation to what you will gain or what you will have after holding yourself accountable or following through or doing what you want to do. And I watch clients who don't believe that they can do it.
Okay, so you're saying, like, let's say...
work on that.
Like, let's do an example. Like, a common example would be...
Okay. I'll just take a real simple one with kids. I don't want to clean my room. I don't want to even clean the house. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is. If the focus is on the mess, how painstaking it will be to put everything away, how much you hate folding, how much then it ain't ever getting done. Because what kind of feelings do those thoughts cause?
Yeah.
Dread. And then how motivated are you and how do you act when you're full of dread? Like,
I'm doing everything else. Yeah.
Correct. So we go in and we got to change the thought. This is your good old-fashioned CBT triangle, which is why it's so hilarious that the sleep person was like sending me to a CBT. They called it a CBTI, CBT for insomnia therapist that they're sending me to. Sarah. I'm like, I teach this. Okay. But not for insomnia. So it's different and they're specialized, blah, blah, blah. So here's how we change it. Now let's focus on the after. Yeah. What does it feel like when you have a clean house, a clean room?
Satisfying, peaceful.
Satisfying. Oh my God, so satisfying and peaceful. Tell me what's the first thing you're going to do when you have a clean room?
Relax.
You're going to sit back. Maybe you're going to relax.
Soak it in.
What kind of feelings does it give you when you're thinking about relaxing and you're thinking about how good your room is going to be?
Oh, what kind of thoughts?
We got, what kind of feelings? What kind of feelings we got?
I'm feeling proud.
Satisfied. Proud. How motivated are you to clean your room when you're feeling proud?
Real motivated.
Real motivated. There we go. CVT.
Okay.
Boom. That's Therapy Session with Sarah. If you would like a therapy session with Sarah, or you are interested in coaching, then you can reach out to me, Sarah at solutionsoc.com.
Well, and you are very good.
I'll get people.
I know you are.
I am good. It's more of a do this and not a
That's true of everyone.
But it is. And I know the struggles and I know when it works and I know I know the thoughts that are going to get in the way. And I know why I do the things that I do. And I make the decision every single time. I know I see the hole in the ground. I go around it, but I see that it's there, you know.
But a lot of it is cost benefit too. And
right.
I mean, that's different for everybody. Maybe some people don't mind a messy room as much as I do or whatever.
Right. Totally. That's why we have to go on how we feel like afterwards.
I was talking to somebody recently about someone that in their life who, you know, has some like is on the spectrum and, you know, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they have the common problem where they aren't grooming, right? So they don't want to brush their teeth and all that.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, they don't want to do it and it's whatever.
Right. And it's almost like you forget it. You're so distracted with other feelings that those like cues, body cues,
they don't even register.
Aren't loud enough for you to even pick up on them.
And I was, you know how I feel about oral hygiene, right? And so I was like triggered.
Mm-hmm. Yes, passionate.
And I was just like, well, I got bad news for them because they might not want. I don't want to brush my teeth either, ever. Every time I'm like, not this again. Every time I'm like, I cannot believe I have to do this again. But I do it because I don't want that cavity. Right?
Right. That also works.
Here's who it's harder for. All you divergents. Yeah. The ADHD people have this thing where they are very present in the moment.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Future
Can't think of the future.
It's not a real thing. And they're like,
no, it doesn't even exist.
I don't want to brush my teeth right now. That's it. And I have a son like this. And so God. I have to create pain for him in this moment. So then he brushes his teeth, right? My son.
Yes.
Where I'm like, it's not worth it for him to fight it because I will fucking ruin his evening if he didn't do it. But if you have somebody in your life like that you can't do that to, how do you get one of these divergers to think about the future? I don't know. You guys are doing it's like a fucking miracle worker at the well and the water, the Helen Keller. I don't know. Anyway, I guess the bigger point, sometimes these extreme examples of like, you know, people on the spectrum or have different mental health challenges are like an extreme example of like what we all struggle with. Like, when you drink too much and then the next morning you're like, why would I do that? It's that you're the same person, but like that night guy always screws morning guy thing. And we all do it. And we very rarely learn.
Oh my God. It's so ridiculous.
It all. You know what I mean?
It is so silly. I don't know why I am this way.
But it's just a daily thing of trying to stay on the right path, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's it, right? Do you have any more? Maybe a little one?
Yeah, I do. I have a little one here. I have this one that I think is real fun. Okay. So I learned, well, it's an animal fact. And who doesn't love an animal fact? I mean,
and certainly
you know, I do. So have you ever wondered what those little tubercles or things that kind of look like barnacles on the back of humpback whales are?
I didn't know they had that.
So you would know it if you saw it. If you saw it, yes, you would. If you Google like humpback whale tubercles, tubercles, it's very like stereotypical, like humpback whale.
I see it, but I promise you, I never knew they had that.
Okay. Okay, let me start over. Hey, Suze, did you know that whales have these things called tubercles?
What?
Yeah, they're really interesting. They look like they're just these barnacles that grow on their backs.
They look like
for a
gross
long time,
barnacles.
people thought this is just like a parasite that's on there or something like that.
It's disgusting.
Turns out these tubercles are filled with a bacteria that always points to magnetic north.
That's insane.
So this animal has what a lot of animal species have, and it's something called magnetoreception. So magnetoreception is a phenomenon that a lot of animals have. Some birds have it, frogs have it, a bunch of other animals have it.
Oh, okay. To get them to go
that
where they need to go.
Basically helps them migrate. And
that makes sense. Yeah, an innate compass.
Yes, that they basically have built-in GPS set by not satellites floating up in the sky, but bacteria in these basically like whale acne that direct them on their migratory paths and always face towards magnetic north. What?
So really the bacteria are the ones with the innate compass.
Yes. And because that it was probably something like animals that had this bacteria on them were able to survive because they were able to migrate for a season or go to a place where they could reproduce safe or whatever it was. And then they evolved to have this bacteria on them and in them and then passed down. Like,
I mean, that is kind of gross.
They're like ancient navigational tools.
What if he scraped us off?
I think that I actually don't know what it's not like a barnacle where you could just pop them off. They're they're like dimples. They're like bumps that they're part of the whale. And then inside
but the bacteria aren't, right?
Yeah, inside those they're filled with stuff, but they're almost
like a zit.
That's what I said. It's like whale acne. Ew, it really creeps me out. I don't.
What if you got rid of all the bacteria?
I don't think they would. I don't think they would be able to migrate and.
Right, maybe that's what the beached whales' problems are. Accutane. What if it was they just have great skin?
What if it was like we were worried about the microplastic beads, and it's all of the salicylic acid that we've all been using for in our acne products and body wash that's finally gone into the ocean.
They're smooth but dead.
Wow,
that's gross.
But interesting.
It is, and it is miraculous and wild. And I do think, I know every so often I would say something like this, but whenever you hear all of the minutia about how our planet functions and behaves and all the intricacies and microorganisms and all this stuff that makes it all possible.
Yep.
That is the kind of thing that makes people think like there is a creator and there is somebody,
running
sorting it out, because the odds of it being random seem infinitesimal. That doesn't mean it's not. I'm just saying that to a lot of people,
to a human, I totally get that. To a human whose time on this earth is so fucking small in relation to the age of the actual earth. In the same way, I cannot imagine a fruit fly with a 3-day lifespan or whatever to be able to comprehend our existence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's so complex and it exists beyond. So, you know, like when you look at how long we've fucking been on this planet, like this, how long things have existed and how much change can happen. I know, you know, I feel like I'm at the age now where I go places, I travel places that I went when I was a kid, and I'm like, whoa, look at how this coastline has changed since I was like a kid, and since like even in the last few years, or look at how this place has changed. And we can see the change of a place in just a short amount of time. Now try like 100 million years. I think we could get
that's the thing. It's inconceivable.
It's inconceivable. That's it. It is inconceivable. So I totally understand why you can't even wrap. It's the same reason I dropped out of the astronomy class in college, because they did a zoom out from Earth, and I was like,
We're still going.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm headed to oceanography. I know that there's a bottom to the ocean. I'll see you later. Because then I learned we know less about that. So I'm like, I don't fucking know where to go, guys. Should have stick to earth sciences and just like geology.
It's all too much.
Yeah. But then you got the fossil dating. And I don't
my own mind.
Right. Come on.
We're chasing the wind here, people.
We don't know shit about book.
Wow.
So look,
good for the whales.
That story was more interesting than we thought it was going to be.
Good job, Sarah.
Okay.
Good job.
Woo!
You did great. Thank you
Thanks,
so
team.
much.
Thanks, team. Good job.
Everybody, tip of the hat.
Yep.
Thank you all for listening. Sarah's done it again.
Oh, my God.
Please use our codes at thebraincandypodcast.com if you want to support our show and keep the lights on.
Yes.
And join our patreon.com/braincandy if you want any challenge content. We do great interviews and have fun on our lives. And we have Candy Club, where we talk about books and movies and really just have a laugh and cry and whatevs on Zoom each month. That's on our website. Thanks for listening. We love you.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.